Hi, guys, and welcome to Plant Path Podcast, your choice hub for book reviews and crucial conversations in life. Shout out to all of our listeners in Croatia, in Argentina, in France, in England, in the United States of America, in Nigeria, in Germany, and in every part of the world. Thank you for listening. This year has been such an amazing year for us. The growth has been wonderful, amazing. We introduced quite a couple of things on the show. First of all, we brought guests into the show. Today is a good day for you to actually listen back to this episode, and listen back to this episode and enjoy it. For the fun of it, for reflection's sake, to just really have a good time on the show. It's a solo episode today, and I'm glad to be doing this. Glad to be doing this with you. Today we are doing 2022 review in view of we're reviewing this year using the book How Would You Measure Your Life by James Allworth and Karen Dillon. The backstory about how the book came to be is such a very nice one to even to reflect on. How the forward. I like to read forward of books, and this book was actually very good. I wouldn't tell you about it, maybe not now. Maybe later I will talk about that. Quick recap about how I got to know about the book. Actually, sometimes we need to every time we need to acknowledge the place of friendships, partnerships in our lives. There's someone on LinkedIn, and this episode, shout out to him, the strategy king, Tosin Balogun. Tosin Balogun is my friend on LinkedIn, and we just had conversations about strategy one day, and it was like, what, Tosin, go read this book, and we could talk about it later. It's nice to read this book, and I'm grateful to Tosin Balogun and to a lot of people in my life personally, a lot of people that have been helpful to this podcast. Strategies here and there, suggestions, and how our growth this year has been through these people. One thing 2022 has taught me as an individual, and even taught us on Plant Path Podcast and also Plant Path Consults, where we do trainings and consultations, research development for people, is that people are we do all these things for people, and we know that people are very important to the business. Shout out to everyone. We love you, we appreciate you, and God bless you real good, big time. You and yours. It's Christmas period. From me and mine to you and yours. Thank you so much. God bless you. Secondly, yes, I was saying that we brought people to the show. We brought people and just change the game. For switch us from ground zero. That kind of thing. Ground 1 or ground 0.5. It was exponential increase by bringing in people, and the state of our arts are also so important. That's one thing I've also learned this year. The state of our arts, very, very important. Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. You only see as far as your mind can go. Seeing the possibilities that one can enjoy, in life and on a project, it's great. Honestly, it is great to see all these things happen. Yes, as I say, it's been an amazing year for us, thank God. Let's go on a quick commercial break. We'll be back to talk about the book in depth. The book we are reviewing today is How Will You Measure Your Life by James Allworth and Karen Dillon. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for staying in tune with us. Remember, I'm Oluwatosin Mugbadu-Ade, your choice host on this Choice podcast, where we do review of choice books and choice crucial conversations. The book has 2 parts. And it basically says three parts actually, but we're going to talk about two parts: finding happiness in your career, finding happiness in your relationships. The third one is how to stay out of jail. Finding happiness in your career. The questions that people usually ask, I mean, every reasonable adult should be asking is that, how can I be sure, according to the authors, that how can one be sure that one is going to be successful and happy in one's career? How will I be sure that I will also see Mubano and I'm going to be successful in my career and be happy? And my relationships, how are my relationships going to evolve? How am I going to serve my relationships? How are those relationships going to evolve and eventually serve me? And then how to stay out of jail? Those are questions that should be on an individual's mind, Speaking about career, right? Finding happiness in your career. I'm really not here to dish out any tip and say, do it like this, or advices and all of that, because I understand that we are in different stages of our lives, different phases, different situations, different countries, different contexts, different industries. And some of these rules may not just saying you should do it like this, may not actually come across. But this is what the author says, that but there are principles, general guidelines that we can tweak into our unique situations that will help us. Tweak into our situations that will help us. Tweak into our situations that will help us. That will help us, you understand? Two things, right? You don't have to leave your job and say, oh, I need to be an entrepreneur. People, there's something that people say. They say, when you work for people, you are leaving them to pay your dreams, to pay. You are living your dreams so that they can give you peanuts. I was saying earlier about how perspective is important, because I thought about it one day. I saw a quote that just changed my mind, that you are actually not living your dreams, right? What you're doing is that you are letting people pay. You're offering your professional services and people are paying for it. You understand? So you are not leaving your job. That's not what you're doing. That is not at all. That is not what it is. You are not living your dreams, rather, to do a job. Benjamin Zulu, you need to really check out Benjamin Zulu. Let me just be saying everybody that have helped me this year. Benjamin Zulu on Instagram, YouTube, that guy is great. He's a relationships person, he's a counselor, he's a therapist too. He says that you are always self-employed, right? Even if you go work with somebody, you're working on a project, at a job, you're always self-employed. So your posture at work is always to learn, to grow, you understand? So it makes you do it with another perspective. You don't feel like you're wasting your time or serving somebody. It's with a perspective, you understand? You are the architect of your life, you are the CEO of your life, you are the CEO of your career, and you are running things. You understand that kind of thing? So yes, I won't say, the author was like, he won't say don't leave your job and everything. Allow yourself to evolve over time, and this is something people need to learn to do in your career. Allow yourself to evolve. Some people, many people that they've never worked for anybody in their life, they've only just stood alone, done their business, and they are doing excellently well. Maybe how they grew up, maybe they grew up with entrepreneurial parents, and it helps them, from the early days, shape their perspective about these things, and they are cool, they are doing well. But for some people, they have to first do a 9 to 5, gather muscles, you understand, and then now venture into their own businesses. Sometimes these skills that maybe one did not learn from one's parent, one can learn to in a 9 to 5 corporate governance, discipline. The average 9 to 5 person is disciplined. At least you have to wake up every morning to show for your work. So that discipline, they take it into their business, structure, and all of those kind of things, getting due benefits. Those are things that you get from a conventional, like an appropriate corporate setting, that like maybe a startup may not exactly have. Some people maybe got their wealth, maybe their business, their fathers or their parents handed over their businesses to them, you understand? So these are things that we need to look at and say, what exactly is it that I'm cut out for? Allow yourself to evolve over time. Sometimes, like this author, he started from doing a career, then you just, sometimes people say, what, have a 9-year plan, 10-year plan, and stick to it. And there's a place for that, yes. And there's also a place for you to be flexible, because sometimes you start in a specific career and you see yourself moving towards, towards another thing. Let me give you an instance of two people I know, right? I know someone that did chemistry in school first degree, chemistry education in school first degree, and he loved chemistry and was like, yeah, I'm out to be a teacher. But then after doing that first degree, he was like, nah, no, this person did chemistry in school, not chemistry education, chemistry in school, and had plans to have a lab, do this, do that, chemistry is quite broad. And after some time, he was like, nah, this is not what I want to do. He went to do a postgraduate diploma in education, and then he did educational psychology, and now works as an HR person, industrial psychologist. Can you imagine? From being a chemist to being an educational psychologist, did a postgraduate diploma in education to be an educational psychologist, and then evolved to be an industrial psychologist. That's HR, right? So this individual has evolved, you understand? And this person so loves this. Imagine where he started from and where he is now. I have people that have gone to school to do a course and they are doing something entirely different now. I know someone that did chemistry. Why am I giving examples of chemistry today? I know people that did law. Very good instance. I know people that did law and they are in the media space. They did law in school and they are in the media space now. They did something entirely different in school. So allow your career to evolve, please. Allow it to evolve, Yes, I have a plan, but respond to opportunities appropriately. Because as you keep on doing this, as you keep on responding, and all of those, you understand, as things keep on going for you, when you find something you're supposed to do right, you will know, as with all matters of the heart, you will know that, this is exactly what I'm cut out for, this is exactly what I'm supposed to do. You understand? As with all matters of the heart, you will know that this is my eureka point. And the funny thing, that eureka point can change too. Tomorrow it can also just evolve to do something else. So let's allow ourselves the opportunity, the privilege to grow, to evolve. Very, very important. Something else that was said in the book is how, as business owners, we need to know that, the other part, for business owners, we need to know that sometimes when we say incentives, motivation, it doesn't really cut it for everybody, understand? Like, how do you give bonuses to people? He gave an instance, the authors gave an instance of how someone was supposed to be given an extra job in an office, and let me just liken person to an IT student. An intern was like, just give him a bonus. And the author was like, a bonus to do the extra work. So when we give that person the bonus, will we give other people bonuses too? Is that going to be the new strategy, to give people bonuses every time they are doing extra work? Are they complaining? Do they really want that bonus? Is it not going to be a thing that I gave this person bonus, or I will not, and I didn't give this other person bonus, or pay time off or something? I said, even if we do that, this person had other things they were doing before. Naturally, human thing, they will leave the one that they were doing before, and then now pay attention to the one that now pays the bonus, you understand? And then the effectiveness of, like, the effectiveness with just the one reduce, you grab that kind of thing. So how do you strike a balance between these? I think this is something that business owners should also, you understand, pay attention to, because this is something that happens over and over again at work, with staff, you understand? And if somebody is not careful, one will be having issues around there with staff. So there are 4 things the author mentioned that I would like to, round up this segment of career on with, you understand? I would like to round up with this, you understand? Is that when you're looking for a job, you're searching for a job, or you're creating jobs for people, there are 4 things that you need to make sure that these things are available to people on the job. Number 1, challenging work. Make sure that the work is moderately challenging for people, not too hard, not too simple. You understand? Like, gives rush of adrenaline. I know um I've once done a job that there was really nothing brain stimulating, especially when you hire capable heads. If there isn't anything stimulating, even if you pay the best salaries, it's just like, I beg, I just want to look for something that challenges me more. Not too hard that it breaks people, not too soft that it doesn't awaken people. You understand? Secondly is recognition. Sometimes just that simple recognition. Sometimes people just say, I'm going to leave this job. I'm going to leave this gig I'm doing. I do so much and it's not recognized. In fact, it's like the more you do, you are being persecuted. Of recognition, we have to search for recognition in a job and also give people recognition as business owners. When people work for us, acknowledge what they've done for us and, move on from there. Responsibility. There's nothing more annoying than being on a job or something more hilarious sometimes when I see it, when one person is one that does everything, like just front back. I was at an event with my friend and I was asking her, I was like, hey babes, what do you think about so thing, this so person? And my friend went, oh, that babe, she does too much, she go and sleep and let other people shine too. She just wants to be at the forefront, not giving other people responsibility, and it just doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to my friend. So yes, let's give people responsibility on the job. Let people be accountable. Be stakeholders. Say, what, I'm in charge of this. Funny thing. Sometimes even if you just say, I'm in charge of this, person is in charge of meetings. This person is in charge of attendance. This person is in charge of welfare. It gives a sense of community on the job. As the employer, as the employee, and for the employer is beneficial too. Look for personal growth. Very, very important. Something that allows you to grow. Some people say, no, I'm not going to allow people space for personal growth. It doesn't make sense. And what if they now go and leave me? That quote. What if you do not train them and they end up staying in your business for 20 years? No training, nothing. That's disastrous to your business. Trust me. You don't need an angel to tell you that. Disastrous. People will keep remaining the same. And imagine that you now train them and they stay. You understand? Beneficial. Even if they go, it's helpful. I was talking to somebody yesterday and my friend just went, you know what? So person, so person. I said, yeah. I said, people have been working for him for 4-5 years now, 5 years plus, that they are happy being with him. They are very happy. It's obvious. All the staff in the organization are like, whoa, that's a good thing to say about somebody, you understand? So, yes, please, let's watch out for people's growth. I know sometimes it could be scary. Say, would these people leave? But just think, what if they stay? How is that said in English? That was Yoruba expression. They'll just be there and be still, not adding value, just be in the system, getting money, and become monstrous, bitterness sets in and everything. We started this thing with him, those kind of things. So yes, please. So 4 things you should look for on a job, and as an employer, you should provide for people: challenging work, recognition, responsibility, and personal growth. Lastly, please ensure that you're putting your mouth where you're putting your resources where your mouth is. You understand? Where you've put your mouth, put your money. Doesn't make sense to say, this is my new, as I've listened to this, or this is what I think I need to adjust, and everything, and then you don't allocate resources to this thing. It doesn't make sense. And in view of this, something I should tell you about real quickly. You understand? I want you to start the year with a bang. Year 2023 with a bang. There is a course that is coming up, a Power BI course, 2 days Power BI course, straight to the point. We're going to be talking about DAX, data analytics expression. I know that's one of the things that gives people issues. We're going to be talking about visualization, answering your question. One of the things I realized is that people's questions don't get answered sometimes when they train, you understand? So we are going to be answering your specific questions. Let me say that again in case you didn't get it. I want you to start the year 2023 with a bang. I want you to put your money, your resources where your mouth is. Sometimes you are actually the shitty staff. You're not doing your job well, and you just need, a little training here and there. And I want you to put money to it. We are going to be having a data analytics we are going to be having a data analytics course. Yes, a data analytics session. We're going to be having 2 days Power BI course. It's going to be on a Saturday and a Sunday, 3 hours each day. We're going to be talking about DAX, data analytics expression. Every question, just bring it. Every question you have on your job, just bring it, and we'll give you a bonus. How to get certified for a great amount of money. You can pay in dollars, pounds, you can pay in euros, you can pay in naira. Just make sure you're there. It's live on Zoom, so you can always understand. And the recordings will be available. You can always watch them over and over again and help you. That is a great strategy method, so that by the time you get back to work, your boss knows that now something has changed about this person. You understand me? You feel me? I'm going to say again later before we close. Okay, all right. Thank you. Let's go on a quick commercial break. Remember, we are talking about how will you measure your life. We are reviewing the year 2022, a quick recap, and also dropping some tips. Stay with me. We'll be right back now. Hi, and welcome back to Plan Path Podcast. Today we are doing a review of the year 2022 using the book How Will You Measure Your Life by James Outworth and Karen Dillon. Real quick, measuring our life in two ways: our career and our relationships. For our career, right, sometimes we need to realize that we are the shitty staff. We are not doing our work well. We don't know enough. And I want you to start the year with a bang. I want you to go back to your office next year and your boss is like, something has changed about this person. I want you to know this thing so well, so that you would open yourself to new opportunities. 2 days packed powerful Power BI course. 2 days. We are going to be talking about data analytics expressions, DAX. We are going to be answering your industry specific questions you have on your job. How can I do this thing better? Real quick, you understand? And we are going to give you a bonus, how to get certified. After this training, after we issue your certificate, how do you get certified? How do you go on to become maybe Microsoft certified and all of those kind of things? We'll put you through. Join us. Is just 20,000 naira. 2 days power packed. January 7th and 8th, Saturday and Sunday, 3 p.m. Nigerian time to 6 p.m. You need to join this. You need to start your year with a bang. You need to put your money where your mouth is, because that's how to build winning strategy for your career. Thank you so much. All right, let's talk about finding happiness in our relationships. And sometimes, as the author puts it, and I just like this perspective, and I'm just going to say it, in our relationships, I want us to think through it. As we said before, we're not going to be giving any tips and say do it like this, but just reflect. That's why it's a reflective episode, right? Think through it this year. Let me read something to you. Real quick. I found this material, Year-End Evaluation Blueprint by Debola Deji-Kurumi. Please send us an email, planpathc@gmail.com, planedpathc@gmail.com. We'll be glad to share with you, or just put it right in the comment section. We'll get it across to you. Please. This is a great material for evaluation. I've been doing mine and I'm like, oh my God, I would like to share it with people. Relationships, evaluation took key, please. Relationships, I'm looking at it. Yes, that's one of the pillars. Which people were in my circle of 5 to 10 closest relationships for the year? So you need to reflect. Who are the people that you spoke with more, you chatted with on WhatsApp, you spoke to in the days of like great days, bad days? Who are the people? What are you thankful about for them? Who were my fire lighters in 2022? Who were people that inspired you in 2022, picked you up, helped you achieve your dreams, encouraged you, and stood by you? Are there relationships that weakened and strained you consistently? What are their roles in your life and how can you better manage them? You really need to send us an email and let's send you this material. It is by Mama Debola Deji-Kurumi. Great material, please. I want you to send a mail, planparty@gmail.com, or just drop in the comments to get it across to you. Because there are people that we can't just tell them to leave. They are in our lives. We can't tell our siblings to leave, our parents to leave, but we need wisdom from God to help us manage those relationships. What were my relationship lessons for the year? What can I do what can I do differently? How can I be a better friend, colleague, associate, or partner in my relationships? So, just broke all of those things down. How can I be a better protege to people? How can I also be a better mentee and a protege mentee, and then a mentor, a leader, a coach, a discipler? As it applies, it's something that you need to really look at. Really look at and ensure that you're on the right track. One thing I'll tell you for free, FOC, free of charge, right, is the fact that, and this author put it, that sometimes we don't invest in our relationship because it looks like we are not getting immediate benefits. If I did do a deal right now, I'm going to get so dollars from it, and I'm fine. If I quickly do this training, sharp, I get money. And relationships look like the results are not showing, right? But one thing the author was saying is that the day that you come back from work, you go home, you come back and you leave work and you go to those relationships. And even though career seems to be bringing money immediately and all of that, we should not forget our relationships. We should invest in our relationships. Even though the result doesn't seem to be showing. That little 2 minutes that you spend with your partner, that those little things you do, those little, today's our movie night, let's go eat out. Let's read a book together. Let's cuddle up, for married people. Let's cuddle up. Let's do this. Let's do that. With your partner, those things matter a lot. They don't seem to be showing now, but we'll reap the benefits later. And that's something we need to make provisions for, please. Very important. Those times that you just said, I have a reminder on my phone. You understand? To say, body scrub my body on Wednesdays and Sundays, twice a week, you understand, in the evening. I think as I'm even talking, it just dawned on me that yes, I call my parents intentionally, it's just on the spot, this is happened. But I think I need to just put a reminder on my calendar and say every 3 days, you understand, or once a week, and just say, reminder, call dad and mom, call and your siblings, call everybody, even if you saw them yesterday. Say hi, how are you, how is this? Just invest in that. Looks little, but over time, the friendship that will be built, especially when people live out of the country. Jackpot, we are not all together again. Everybody's in this country, and it's easy to fall apart. Sometimes they say out of sight is out of mind. But those little things. One thing I'm learning to do these days, sometimes I realize that I may not be able to respond to my messages immediately, you understand? And, maybe sit down to type or something. I think I'm becoming a queen of voice notes. I just send a voice note, and, sometimes, hearing the other person's voice too when they respond. When you also give that voice note energy, people respond to you now, sure. And by the time you give that voice note energy, you even hear the person's voice, he uplifts me. There was a day that I sent a voice note to somebody on Monday, and by the time she responded to me, I played that recording over and over again. He was just healing to hear the person's voice. Let's invest in our relationships, as we even read out in this end of the year-end self-evaluation blueprint thing that we're talking about. Please just email us and we'll send it to you, or text us, WhatsApp, anything, you understand. Let me say this again. This book review, right, this share and review, I want you to listen to it over and over again. I want you to also share with your friends. One of the ways to service relationships is to share things that are helpful to you and share with the other person. I have friends that they say, babe, I heard this, I saw this, just Just listen. And even if there's no way to even keep up with each other self, sometimes the fact that you send each other something, at least you know that, oh, I saw something on Instagram, I'll forward. I saw something on LinkedIn, I'll forward to this person. It's a way of servicing relationships, and I want you to use this podcast to service your relationships. Make sure that you send to your friends that, I listened to this, so I think it will be helpful. Send to this person. The person will be forever grateful. You understand? Make sure you share with your friends, and listen to other episodes too. They are helpful. Trust me. And remember, every single person that you know that wants to know Power BI, trying to transit into data analytics, or people that you know that they've even done the course before but they are forgotten, or they use it on their work every day, just a refresher course, just bring them. Tell them to go and register. Linktree/ you can go to our Instagram page, PlanPath Consult, and you see the link in our bio. You understand? Very easy. You just see the link, and you can register for the course. Very easy thing to do. Abi, don't you think so? Register for the course, pay up, and show up that day. And you never regret that you did it. You never ever regret. Remember to service your relationships. Enjoy the holiday period. Trust me, this holiday period we have lots of amazing episodes for you to enjoy. Lots of new twists. You understand that? I'm sure that will be helpful to you. You would enjoy them. So, thank you for coming to our end of the year review. In my mind, I've closed this episode, but I feel like I just want to see you guys. I miss you. Okay, have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great holiday. Regards. Thank you. Bye. Yes, you can also call us. So this is post log. You can call us 0063466 or 07046308995. If you're outside Nigeria, remember to add +235 to the back. Just chat us up on WhatsApp, and we'll be great to attend to you. We'll be happy to attend to you. You feel me? Yes, baby. Bye.